Tyson and Mayweather really are fighting in an exhibition spring. News just came out.
No
Who do you
way.
think is going to win?
It's an exhibition.
Tyson.
Tyson.
I got Tyson.
I got Tyson.
Bag. Who would I be rooting for? Mike Tyson. You know, Mike Tyson, that's my brother, man. Mike Tyson, man. Hey, I love you, Mike Tyson. Hey, you know that press conference is going to be holy shit.
You have no delusions of grandeur here. You have no aura or mystique about what Mike still has left. We saw it. We saw 8 rounds of it. It was pitiful. And we talk about ruining legacies, and I don't think that anything Mike could do in a ring right now would do that for me, because I can choose to look back at the greatness Mike was and accept what this is for what this is.
Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather has just been announced, and it's the kind of news that makes you blink twice. Nobody saw this one coming, and the buzz is already wild. 2 legends from different eras stepping into the spotlight again feels unreal. Let's see how the boxing world is taking this shocking matchup. Johnny?
Shit. I'm pretty sure I'd be upset too if I was somebody else. I'd be mad at Mayweather too. How the fuck for 29 years or 30 years you keep getting money like this? I'd be mad too. Shit. I'd be hating on Mayweather too. Continue to hate. You know, people only talk about winners. I'm a winner, so continue to talk. Keep your bread fresh. Put it in the bag.
Nelson had plenty to say about this matchup, and you could tell he wasn't looking at it as just another exhibition. He pointed out there's a personal edge here, something that stretches beyond the ring, and that makes things even more unpredictable. It isn't just hype, there's real history between Tyson and Floyd, which is why this feels different.
Ooh, that's what I make of it. If you know behind the scenes, this is a bit personal. Mike Tyson's never been a great fan of Floyd Mayweather. I think at one time he said something like, "At least I can walk my kids to school." These guys have had a little spat back.
What stood out is how he looked at the ages and conditions of both men. Floyd has stayed active, moving and working out regularly, while Tyson at 58 doesn't have the same pace anymore. That gap could play a major role once the bell rings, even if Tyson's power is still there. Nelson hinted that ego might outweigh common sense in this one.
And forth between them. Now, my worry is Mike Tyson at 58 years old, he's probably not as physically active in the gym, in the boxing gym, as Floyd is. Floyd still keeps himself in relative good condition. I mean, hitting the bag, moving around and things like that. Floyd's 48, Mike's 59, I think he's a year older than me. But because there's that distinct between them, and it's real, because there's that between them, I think ego is going to get the better of Mike.
He also spoke about the size and speed differences. Tyson may be the bigger man, but Floyd still has the movement and sharpness. That contrast makes the fight tricky to picture, almost like 2 different styles colliding from completely different timelines. Nelson made it sound like one of those fights you can't look away from, even if you're unsure how it will play out.
Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather in the day, you look at the size difference between these two. Mike Tyson would eat him alive, but now he's 59 years old, and that style suits a young man. It doesn't suit an old man. Floyd Mayweather, even though he might be smaller, he'll be the one that's got the movement. He's got he's still got the run craft. It's like me getting in the ring with a 14-year-old kid that doesn't know half of what I know, but he's got the pace, he's got the movement. And even though Floyd's 48, he'll still have more movement and pace than Mike. So then it's going to be, oh, I want to get him. So to me, it's one of those.
Then came the question of rules. Nelson wasn't convinced either fighter would really stick to a script if one existed. With emotions involved, he suggested this could be far more raw than the usual exhibition. The way he described it, you get the sense this isn't just business. There's something personal fueling both men.
If there are rules, nobody's going to stick to them. I don't believe in a million years Floyd Mayweather is going to stick to any script that's been written in regards to this exhibition. And I don't think Mike will either. I don't think, if there's anything scripted, allegedly, they said with Mike and Jake Paul, I don't think whatever's written down, there's going to be anybody sticking to the rules, because this is beyond this, what we see on TV.
Nelson compared their current positions in life too. Tyson may want to land that one big shot, but Father Time doesn't spare anyone. Meanwhile, Floyd's still sharp enough to frustrate him. Nelson explained why fans will still tune in. Many want to see Tyson prove a point against Floyd, even if the odds don't fully favor him anymore.
Yeah, half his age and nowhere near as good in his day. But then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him. But unfortunately, you slow down, Father Time gets the better of us all. And even though I think when it comes to a fan's favorite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place. And that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old.
At the end, he touched on the bigger picture. Some fans might see it as damaging to both men's legacies, but Nelson reminded everyone that this fight is also about money and ego. At their age, neither Tyson nor Floyd is going to pass up an offer like this, and when you mix pride with huge paydays, it becomes too big to ignore.
Completely. But you've got to remember, these guys are individuals, their fathers, their brothers, or whatever, and they still want to earn a massive chunk of money. Where's Mike Tyson? Whatever they're getting paid, where's Mike Tyson at 59 going to earn this kind of money? Where's Floyd Mayweather at this time of life going to make this kind of money? It doesn't matter what we say about legacy. These guys are still going to live. These guys are still thinking, you know what, I'll take the heat, I'll take the criticism, but you know what, my bank account's all right, my family's all right. And I know it's crude, and I know it takes the shine off it, but that's real talk. So these guys are now in a position where where people want to pay them a lot of money to fight each other. It's against somebody they don't like. So again, ego's going to get the better of common sense. With Mike.
The reaction from Showbiz the adult felt completely different. He didn't approach it with caution. He came in shocked, almost lost for words.
Ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm on my Aretha Franklin, bro.
Once he processed it, he started digging into the details, ages, reach, records, and you could tell he was trying to make sense of how this fight would even work. Even with numbers laid out, his tone showed he was still stunned, as if none of it added up. For him, this fight represented how unpredictable boxing has become.
Tell of the tape, age 48, 59, 5'8", 5'10", 72-inch reach, 71. Floyd Mayweather has a longer reach than Mike Tyson. I didn't know that. 50-0 record, 50-7 for Mike Tyson, 27 KOs, 44. An exact date and precise location are not yet known, but nonetheless, Tyson said he's thrilled to be slated to mix it up with Floyd, whom he hasn't always had the greatest relationship. What? This fight is something neither the world nor I ever thought would or could happen, quoted by Iron Mike Tyson. However, boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable. Unpredictable. You got that right. And this fight is as unpredictable as it gets.
What really stood out was when he talked about Tyson's dislike for Floyd. He reminded viewers this isn't just a random exhibition. There's real tension here. The way he brought up past moments between them hinted that Tyson won't be holding back. That part gave his reaction a bit of edge beyond the jokes and shock.
If you guys thought Mike Tyson was pulling punches against Jake Paul and that wasn't real, well, he ain't gonna pull no punches against Floyd. Like, that dude has shown that he ate it. Remember his fake punch at Floyd? Floyd ain't moved.
Still, he admitted he's tuning in no matter what. In his view, these are two living legends, and even if some call it unnecessary, it's an event you can't ignore. He said it might be a little pathetic, but it's also fun, and that's why everyone will watch. He leaned into the entertainment side more than the competitive one.
It's kind of pathetic, but it's an exhibition. Who are they hurting? Who are they hurting, bruh? Yeah, I mean, you might as well watch it. Who are they hurting? It's not a pro.
Showbiz made it clear where his loyalty was. He sided with Tyson, calling him his brother, and even joked about how Tyson should focus on his legs and movement. That mix of humor, shock, and genuine excitement captured the fan perspective. Confused, entertained, but definitely ready to see what happens.
Would I be rooting for Mike Tyson? You know, Mike Tyson, my brother, man. Mike Tyson, man. Hey, I love you, Mike Tyson. Hey, you know that press conference is going to be holy shit. Mike Tyson, who adjusts his junk in the 28.4 pounds for Iron Mike. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, Mike, work on your lateral movement and get your legs strong. Because that Fred Astaire shit you were doing against Jake Paul, that was...
Wade Concept took a much more critical stance on Tyson versus Mayweather. He didn't hide his disbelief, calling the announcement baffling and even labeling it a crime to put Mike back in the ring after the Jake Paul fight. To Wade, this isn't competitive boxing, it's pure spectacle wrapped in a circus act.
Have two of the greatest of all time about to participate in this, but both of them are about 30 years past their sell-by date in an exhibition bout in which their weights will be 60 to 70 to 80 pounds different. If you got on board with Jake and Mike, it was because at least they were going to weigh the same. There was that mystery of intrigue. It's like, maybe Mike has a little bit left in the tank. Maybe Mike is not all the way done. And that's more the casual audience that thought that, not the people that actually knew that Mike had nothing left 20 years ago, let alone now at 58, 59. It wasn't going to be competitive. I told you guys it wasn't going to be competitive. It was a spectacle. It did a crap ton of numbers, and clearly this fight is a spinoff of it. As we've seen over the years from many TV shows, the spinoff never does as well as the original. In fact, in most cases, it absolutely bombs. Now, I don't know.
He broke it down with blunt honesty, pointing out the massive weight difference, the age factor, and Tyson's obvious physical struggles. While he admitted the fight will draw intrigue, he compared it to a TV spin-off that rarely lives up to the original. For him, it's less about greatness and more about money being the only real reason this fight exists.
The tail of the tape, they have it here. Mike 59, Floyd 48, Mike 5'10", Floyd at 5'8", Floyd with a 72-inch reach at 5'8", Mike with one of the shortest reaches for his height, 50-7, 50-0, and their KOs. No mention of the weight here in the tail of the tape. Interesting. An exact date and precise location are not yet known, but nonetheless, Tyson said he's thrilled to be slated to mix it up with Floyd, who he hasn't always had the greatest relationship. Quote, "This fight is something neither the world nor I ever thought would or could happen." That is correct. Fair play to Mike there. Iron Mike said, however, boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable, and this fight is as unpredictable as it gets. He's right. Do I like stuff like this? No, I didn't like the Jake-Mike fight. I told you guys that. I didn't think Mike should have been fighting then. I don't think he should be fighting now. I don't.
When looking ahead, Wade was clear. Fans shouldn't expect fireworks. He predicted it will look sad, more like two aging men moving around the ring than a real fight. Even so, he admitted he'll watch, because in his words, it's the circus, and once the tent goes up, everyone's curious to peek inside.
You have no delusions of grandeur here. You have no aura or mystique about what Mike still has left. We saw it. We saw 8 rounds of it. It was pitiful. And we talk about ruining legacies, and I don't think that anything Mike could do in a ring right now would do that for me, because I can choose to look back at the greatness Mike was and accept what this is for what this is. A different venture, a different avenue of his life. Something completely separate from the highest level he was. But I do 48. I don't really worry too much about Floyd here because Mike can't punch. There's nothing left in that tank. But again, just like that kid, he has to touch the stove to know it's hot, even though you've told him. I told you guys before the Jake fight, and I'm telling you again, this is gonna look bad. I'm gonna watch it begrudgingly.
Bill Haney came in with almost the opposite tone. For him, Tyson versus Mayweather is what an exhibition should be. Two legends getting their flowers while cashing in together. He painted it as a celebration more than a competition, urging people to support the fight instead of tearing it down.
Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. Now you talking about a real exhibition amongst two legends that deserve to get plenty of money together. Let's break records. Let's everybody go out and support a real exhibition amongst two legends. This is how the game is supposed to.
Haney leaned heavy into the money side, saying both families should walk away wealthier than ever. To him, that's not a problem. It's part of the reward for everything they've done in boxing. He almost joked that their payday should be bigger than what the mint itself could print, showing just how much he's rooting for this to succeed.
And all that. Shout out to Floyd and shout out to Mike. Let it check more money than the, what's that place where they print the money? The mint. Made a check more money than the mint can print. You know what I mean? Yeah. Made they check more money than the mint can print.
He didn't have patience for the doubters either. Haney said anyone hating on the matchup is wasting their breath. In his eyes, this is a win-win for Tyson and Floyd, and those complaining are just bitter. He even brought his own story into it, saying he's been through tough times and learned not to underestimate anybody, which made his point stronger.
May they choke. May they choke. Just like the ones just choking and thought that I was lost in that belly of the beast. You see how that square said? He said, you know what? Yeah, you took a loss. You took a loss. You were gone to the pen. Huh? Yeah, you took a loss. No, fool. I went away to college and I learned what not to do. Now I'm doing the right thing. When I had been a fool like you, I'd be saying all kind of crazy shit, underestimating anybody and everybody.
This fight news has boxing fans split right down the middle. Some are thrilled to see two legends step into the ring, even if it's just for fun. Others think it's going too far, calling it more of a money move than a real fight. Still, you can't deny how much power Tyson and Mayweather's names hold. Years after their prime, they can still grab the spotlight, get people talking, and bring millions of eyes back to boxing. That shows just how big their impact has been on the sport. No matter which side you're on, people will tune in. Some for nostalgia, some out of curiosity, and some just to see what happens when two of boxing's most famous names meet. Let us know in the comments below, are you excited for Tyson versus Mayweather, or do you think this fight should have never happened?